All right. Well, the next slide is a comparison between a traditional counselor and the AI empower and collaborative counselor. So, Jeff, do you want to talk a little bit about this?
Sure. So one of the things that I really love about Dream College is it's not meant in any way, shape, or form to supplant the role of a counselor, but instead to augment and enhance the effectiveness. Uh, in most contexts, that idea of a traditional counselor, and I know many of us far exceed these numbers, but in an ideal number, when we talk to counselors, is somewhere in that 20 to 30 range per seniors per year. Whereas when you really get down and do the math about the addition of Dream College, you can scale this to a much larger number of counselees, a much larger number of students that you're providing an impactful interaction with. A lot less on the very sort of mundane sort of self-reflection stuff, which is extremely important, don't get me wrong. But because it's built into the profiling and the AI generated feedback, the students are getting there a lot more quickly, enabling you to spend that time again in a much more effective way. Much more efficient way to have everything in one place, have it all kind of connected. I thought that my process was pretty streamlined and sort of organized into Google folders and different Google documents and things like that. But it was kind of eye-opening and I don't know, the really empowering to see all of this in one particular place where I can go and know that the advice that the student is getting is informed, data informed, and informed by their own personality and profile. The quality, again, one of the fundamental challenges of college counselors is every kid sort of begins their college journey whenever you begin that process with them, but at a different place. And the quality of the interaction with the counselor is often dependent upon where they begin. I love it when I get a close in age younger sibling to a student because that student would be close enough in age to watch their older sibling have gone through the process. But we also have first generation students. We have people who have never been through this process before. I work overseas, and we have students whose parents were educated here in Brazil, for example, who have never studied in the US and for whom the US is a foreign entity. So to be able to have that consistent data providing insight about these particular individual students is second to none. Again, the response time, we kind of hit on this a little bit earlier. Email is the bane of our existence, and so much of these questions that I get, it's that sort of conundrum that I know lots of us face where a parent or a student will email us in November and say, we're thinking about summer programs. Which summer program should my child do? And when I see that email, my anxiety rises, not because I can't answer the question, but because of the amount of time that I'm going to have to put into responding to that question. So seeing the quality of the output from Dream College is another sort of real added asset. And the students and parents can see this feedback and these suggestions anytime, day or night. And then again, that student satisfaction piece. I talk all the time about how at the end of our academic years, we always survey our seniors. And one of the things that we saw was a palpable increase in the number of students who said that they felt their college counselor knew them the best in relation to other adults on campus when we employed artificial intelligence as a mechanism for assisting us with a lot of the things